Does the sound of the blood pressure cuff tightening around your arm fill you with anxiety? You are not alone. We all dream of escaping the trap of endless pills and stiff, aging arteries. Today, I'm sharing nature's secret to relaxing your blood vessels and bringing warmth back to your cold hands. The beetroot.
But listen closely. 70% of seniors are completely ruining this remedy because of one simple morning habit involving their bathroom sink. Are you making this mistake? Stay with me until the end to learn the exact method so you don't waste your time. Let's reclaim your vitality.
Let's look beyond the rough skin of this humble root. I want you to stop seeing beets as just a side dish and start seeing them as nature's pharmacy. We often spend a fortune on synthetic supplements hoping to buy back our energy, yet our bodies struggle to absorb those pills. Beets are different. That deep crimson color is packed with essential folate and potassium, fuel your aging body is desperate for, delivered in a natural form your system instantly recognizes. But the true miracle, the reason modern science is finally catching up to ancient wisdom, is a compound called nitrates. Now picture your arteries like garden hoses that have been used for over 60 years. Over time, they become stiff, narrow, and brittle. This forces your heart to work exhaustingly hard just to pump blood, leading to that pounding pressure in your chest.
This is where the beet steps in as your hero. When you consume it, your body transforms those nitrates into nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a master key. It sends an urgent signal to your stiff arteries. Relax, open up. Suddenly the hoses widen, the pressure dropped, the traffic jam in your blood vessels clears, allowing oxygen to rush to your tired brain and bringing warmth back to your cold toes. However, here is the critical secret that most doctors miss. This magical transformation happens right in your mouth, not your stomach. The natural bacteria on your tongue are the workers that unlock this medicine. Understanding this is the difference between a miracle cure and a wasted effort. That implies a beautiful theory, doesn't it? But as someone who cares about your health, I don't rely on theories. I rely on results. So, does this red miracle actually work when put to the test? The answer shocked even the researchers.
When researchers analyzed over 22 studies in a major review published in the Journal of Nutrition, what they found was undeniable. Simply by adding dietary nitrates like beets, participants saw their systolic blood pressure drop by an average of 4.4 points. Now, 4 points might sound small to you, but in the world of cardiology, that is a massive victory. It is enough to significantly slash your risk of a fatal stroke or heart attack. But here is the best part. You don't have to wait months to feel it. The study showed these effects kicking in within just 3 to 6 hours. Imagine drinking a glass of beet juice at breakfast, and by the time you sit down for lunch, your arteries have already widened and your heart is beating with less struggle. It's like taking a heavy backpack off your heart's shoulder.
This isn't just about changing a number on a chart. It is about buying you safety. Even a small, consistent drop means your blood vessels are under less mechanical stress every single second of the day. It is the difference between living in the danger zone and giving your body the peace it deserves. While lowering blood pressure helps you survive today, healing the lining of your blood vessels helps you thrive for the next 10 years. Let me introduce you to the guardian of your vascular system.
But lowering the pressure is just the tip of the iceberg. To truly stay out of the hospital, we need to look deeper at the actual walls of your arteries themselves. Think of the inner lining of your blood vessels called the endothelium, like the non-stick coating on a frying pan. When you were 20, that coating was smooth as silk, nothing stuck to it. But after decades of wear and tear, stress and inflammation, that lining gets scratched and rough, much like sandpaper. This is the silent danger no one feels until it's too late. When your artery walls are rough, they become sticky. That is exactly where cholesterol gets trapped and plaque builds up, turning your flexible vessels into hard, calcified pipes, a condition known as atherosclerosis. This is the root cause of the blockages we all fear,
Here is how beets save the day. The nitric oxide they produce acts like a microscopic repair crew. It helps heal that delicate lining, smoothing out the rough patches and restoring that non-stick surface. This means plaque has a much harder time finding a place to settle. You aren't just treating symptoms, you are physically maintaining the infrastructure of your life, keeping your arteries elastic and youthful so your blood flows freely, not forcefully. Now you might be thinking, I'm not training for the Olympics, why should I care about performance? But let's be honest, life itself is an endurance sport. And right now, are you sitting on the sidelines? Do you get winded just climbing a single flight of stairs, or feel like your legs are strapped to lead weights when you walk to the mailbox? This heaviness isn't just age, it's a lack of oxygen. This is where beets truly shine as a guardian of your independence. By widening your blood vessels, beets allow oxygen to reach your muscles more efficiently. Think of it like tuning up the engine of a classic car. Before, your body was a gas guzzler, struggling and sputtering to go a few miles. With nitric oxide, you become fuel efficient. You get more miles per gallon out of every single breath you take.
This means you can garden for an extra hour without collapsing. You can chase your grandchildren around the park without gasping for air. And for the gentleman watching, remember, improved blood flow isn't just for your legs. It restores circulation to every part of your body, helping you feel more like your younger self in private moments too. It's not about running a marathon, it's about having the stamina to actually enjoy the life you've worked so hard for. While energy helps you enjoy your day, we need to address the silent enemy that shortens your years: chronic inflammation. Have you ever wondered why your joints feel stiff in the morning or why you feel cranky when getting out of bed? That isn't just getting old, that is your body slowly rusting from the inside out. In medical terms, we call this oxidative stress. But think of it exactly like rust eating away at the fender of a classic car. It corrodes your blood vessels, weakens your heart, and leaves the door open for disease. This is where that deep, dark red color of the beet becomes your weapon. That color comes from rare compounds called betalains. These aren't just pretty pigments. They are nature's most potent fire extinguishers. Imagine inflammation as a low-level fire smoldering in your arteries. You can't see it, but it is scorching the walls of your vessels, day by day, creating the damage that plaque clings to.
When you consume beets, these antioxidants rush into your system to hunt down the sparks that cause the rust. By cooling down this internal heat, you aren't just protecting your heart, you are preserving the structural integrity of your entire body. It is the difference between a machine that grinds and rattles and one that stays well-oiled and smooth for the long haul. We often obsess over the number of candles on our birthday cake, but there is a number that matters far more: the biological age of your arteries. You see, you might be 65 on your driver's license, but if your blood vessels are stiff and rigid, they might be acting like they are 85. This stiffness is one of the biggest predictors of stroke, yet few doctors explain how to reverse it. Think of your arteries like a rubber band. When that band is new, it stretches and snaps back easily to handle pressure. But leave that rubber band in a junk drawer for decades and what happens? It dries out, it becomes brittle. If you pull it, it doesn't stretch, it snaps. That is exactly what happens to aging arteries. They lose their give, forcing your heart to hammer against a solid wall with every beat.
But here is the good news. Beets offer a way to condition that rubber band. By consistently boosting nitric oxide, you improve what doctors call vascular compliance. In simple terms, you are helping your arteries regain their youthful elasticity. This means when your heart beats, your vessels stretch to accommodate the flow, acting as a natural shock absorber. You aren't just lowering numbers, you are literally turning back the clock on your vascular system, keeping your internal plumbing flexible and resilient against the wear and tear of time. Now we arrive at the elephant in the room. I can hear many of you saying, "But I can't stand the taste. It tastes like dirt." I hear you loud and clear. Beets contain geosmin, a compound that gives them that soil-like aroma. But please, Don't let a flavor preference keep you from a life-saving remedy. The secret lies in how you prepare them, and this is where most people unknowingly destroy the medicine before it even reaches their lips. First, a major warning: stop boiling your beets. If you boil them in water, those precious nitrates, the magic we just talked about, leak right out into the pot. You are essentially pouring your heart health down the drain and eating the empty fiber. If you must cook them, roast them gently to lock the nutrients inside.
However, the gold standard for rapid results is raw juice. To banish that dirt taste, use my golden trio rule. Blend your beets with a tart green apple, a slice of ginger, and a squeeze of lemon. The tartness cuts right through the earthiness, making it refreshing. And if you have arthritis or simply don't want to wrestle with a heavy juicer every morning, there is no shame in using a high-quality, organic beetroot powder. Just 1 scoop in water gives you the concentrated power of 3 beets without the mess. Whether you juice it or scoop it, the key is consistency. Treat it like a daily prescription, not an occasional snack. Now, before you rush to the grocery store, I need to have a serious heart-to-heart with you about safety. Because beets are powerful medicine, there are rules you must follow. First, let me save you a panic attack and an unnecessary trip to the emergency room. About 15% of you will go to the bathroom tomorrow morning and see something terrifying: red urine or stool. Your first instinct will be to think it is internal bleeding. Please, do not panic. This is a harmless condition called beetria. It simply means your body is processing the pigments. Take it as a badge of honor that you are eating healthy, smile, and go on with your day.
However, not all warnings are harmless. Beets are high in oxalates. If you have a history of calcium oxalate kidney stones, the kind that feels like passing a jagged rock, you must proceed with caution. You don't have to ban them entirely, but moderation is key. Don't drink pure juice every single day. Finally, for those on blood pressure medication, beets work. In fact, they can sometimes work too well. If you combine high doses of beets with your pills, your pressure could drop too low, causing dizziness. This isn't a bad thing. It means nature is doing its job. But please, monitor your numbers closely. You might just find with your doctor's help that you can eventually lower your medication dose. And isn't that the ultimate freedom we are fighting for? So, as we close this chapter, I want to leave you with a question that only you can answer. Are you ready to stop being a passenger in your own body? For too long, the narrative of aging has been one of surrender. We are told to accept the stiff joints, accept the rising blood pressure, and accept that our nightstands will inevitably fill up with prescription bottles. But today, you hold a different truth.
That simple, rough-skinned root vegetable isn't just food. It is a tool of rebellion against decline. By harnessing the power of nitric oxide, you are doing something no pill can fully replicate. You are healing your system from the inside out. Imagine a month from now, you wake up, and for the first time in years, your feet feel warm. You check your monitor, and you see a number that makes you smile, not because a doctor forced it down with chemicals, but because your arteries are finally relaxed and working with you, not against you. This journey doesn't require a miracle. It requires consistency. It starts with 1 glass, 1 salad, 1 scoop. You have the knowledge. Now, all that is left is the action. Don't let your golden years be defined by limitations. Let them be defined by the vitality you choose to reclaim today. Because the best health insurance isn't a card in your wallet, it is the choices on your plate.
Health is not just about living longer. It is about living better, with the freedom to do what you love. But remember, you are not on this journey alone. I want to challenge you. Try this Beet protocol for just 14 days. Listen to your body, check your numbers, and then come back and tell me your story in the comments below. I read every single one because your victory is my motivation. If you found hope in our time today, please share this video with a friend who needs it. And don't forget to click that subscribe button, because next week we are tackling another silent enemy of aging that no one talks about. Until then, stay healthy, stay curious, and take care of that amazing heart.